You know something? I was watching a TV series and it was showing people just taking girls and taking them to the hospital and using their organs. Black kids, any kind of kids, even white kids, Asian kids, Hispanic kids, and I was looking at this situation like, what gives you the right to take somebody's organs? As if their life don't mean nothing to them. What gives you the audacity that you think you could be so bold just because you lived a couple of lifestyles and now all of a sudden you need a heart so you're going to steal from somebody else? Dude, just walk and, like, for real. Somebody don't need to lose their kid and be stuffed with tissue paper just because that's what y'all do. Just because y'all live y'all life like prostitutes, drink yourself to death, be cheating on husbands and wives. You don't deserve somebody's organs. I don't care who you are. Don't have a right to be cutting people's stuff open just because you're trying to see what's inside them. How would you like it if I cut you open and see what's inside you? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all are retarded. Who does stuff like that? Person runs out the thing, I think it was called Saints and Sinners. The girl runs out of the hospital and all of a sudden you just hear, help me, and you're not going to help them? That is the reason why I'm switching from medical to business, because ain't no way in the world I'm going to get my doctorate degree as a doctor to be okay doing that foolishness. If that's what y'all do in the medical world, more power to you. It ain't gonna be me. I ain't about to get arrested. It ain't about to be my license. It ain't about to be me. I used to love the medical field. I used to think, oh, the medical field is all great. No, the medical field ain't nothing. Y'all be stealing from people's insurances. Y'all be taking people's money, making people more sick, telling their family a lie in the nursing home. 1 minute you want to say something, you ain't taking care of them. Then, this is a stupid thing that happened to me. One time, I remember I was a brand new CNA, just got my CNA license. Out of nowhere, somebody gets, I don't know what happened, but somebody died. I reported them, the CNA, to the director of nursing. Didn't do anything. Then the executive director didn't do anything. To the point where I called the health department. Still didn't do anything. This person passed away. And the funny thing about it is, what they wasn't going to say, they were going to try to blame it on me. Ain't no way I'm going to sit there and be blamed for anything for my license. No. Tell the truth. It was you, Grace. Yes, I'm going to say it. Grace. You were the one, and I can't say her last name because I don't want nobody to sue me, but I'm going to be honest. Grace, you were the one that slammed him into the wall. You were the one that did that. You did that because anytime you can shave somebody with no shaving cream, you don't care. And see, that's the thing. And this is not to bash Africans. This is not, so don't take it that way. But anytime you as an African American woman, because now you're in America, so you're African American, you're not just African now. The fact that you know what it's been like to be a black person and to sit there and do this to this black man, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, Grace. And then to think I didn't hear the conversation that y'all was gonna blame me. Now y'all not gonna sit there and mess up my reputation just because you can't cash what you put out. I can't believe some of the stuff that some of y'all do. Then gonna have the audacity. Like, I'll even say, well, one thing with the place that I was working at, one of the Golden Livings here. My own manager, talking about I'm mouthy, I talk too much. Well, let me explain something. If I do 6 shifts, I'm expecting to be paid for it. And if I'm only getting $800, what happened to the rest of that money? Because it's supposed to be at least close to $1,100. Didn't even get that. I'm not going to be doing extra work if you're going to be jipping from me. I got bills to pay, just like you have bills to pay. And then going to sit there and I'm supposed to get a bonus, and then to find out from your friend Roxanne that you're ripping stuff. Oh, really? So now you're tearing people's things in half. Now they're going to sit there and say, oh, you got fired. I don't give a crap. You think your little Adrian friend is going to sit there and deal with the stuff that y'all did. Now, let's not even do that. Let's talk about the stuff that y'all even did at Allison. Y'all sat there and got mad at me and said that I did something to a resident, and I did not. Never have done that. I love my patients. I love my patients like I loved my late uncle. He was in nursing homes, and y'all didn't do stuff to him right either. Don't make any sense how many times I come and visit my uncle and he smells like urine. He hasn't been cleaned up or washed or shaved. Y'all don't do your job. And they got the nerve and the audacity to get mad at me because I'm trying to do my job, and then you're going to sit there and try to accuse me of something? Oh, ma'am, you will not. Just because you guys want to steal from people's insurances and stuff like that to get more money, oh, you will not. I will never, ever be in the middle of being a team player, of hurting a resident, of being okay with taking their insurance, their social security, the money that their family gives them, being okay with watching folks eat their food and stuff like that. You're not going to say that. And then for one of the Crestwoods to sit there and say, oh, we saw you eating somebody's food. You idiot, I pay $2 every day to eat French fries. You know it costs money to do that. But we ain't going to talk about the fact that you guys literally pay people under the table. We're not going to talk about the fact that you guys will sit there and not pay for your food and nobody say nothing about that, nurses. Like, we're not going to sit there and lie about this. Every single day I paid for it. Even if I didn't have it, I still paid her with cash. Whether I had a card or not, because sometimes I didn't have a card, so I gave them cash. Money that came out of my pocket, out of my bank account, and I was hungry. And I told y'all twice I had hypoglycemia. And for you to sit there and accuse me of eating somebody's food, I've never done that. But I've watched nurses eat each other's foods. I've watched nurses eat people's food, and this is assisted living. So the fact that you would even have the audacity to sit there and talk to me and yell at me and say that I did something or I took money from somebody, never have done that. Only money that I've taken was from my grandmother, and she was already in the nursing home. Already. And she asked me to go give her some pop. That's all she did. And I was like, what, 8 years old? She asked me to go get her some pop because we were visiting my Uncle Walter. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all be always trying to sit there and make people feel bad. I'm not about to sit here and go through stuff where people want to accuse me of things. You're not going to accuse me of stuff. And you guys dry shave people. Y'all steal from each other. Y'all pay people under the table to do stuff. Let people work at locations. And y'all not even certified. If you're not gonna be honest about that, you as a CNA have to be certified to lift people and move people, because these are machines that you can injure people if it's not done the proper way. That is the state in the Midwest. You have got to be certified. And the fact that you would have the audacity to sit there and put me in a situation where you think that I was doing something when you guys don't even know how to do y'all's job right. No, and y'all jipping people who pay, like, I know some CNAs that were working 5 days in a week, back-to-back doubles, and y'all didn't pay them. I ain't working for free. You want somebody to work for free, you better go down south and lynch yourself and get you some slaves, because I'll be darned if I look like I'm gonna work. I don't care how many times y'all change the history book, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Hold on. But that's for another video. I had to talk about that because I just feel like people don't understand how hard it is to be a CNA. It is hard work. People mad at you. Nurses don't want to do their job, and they want you to do stuff that's not even in your practice. So I'm telling all the CNAs this. If you know that you are in an area and your nurse is telling you to do something that is not in your scope of practice, you need to tell your manager, because it's not our job to be changing ostomy bags. We can empty them, but it's not our job to change ostomy bags, to clean out G-tubes, to put somebody on Jevity, to put somebody on their narcotics. That is not our job, unless we're CMA or QMA, how we call it over in the Midwest, but in Ohio they call it CMA, because they can deal with medications and stuff. So, certified medical assistant or aide. They can do CNA work, which is actually a nursing aid work, where you clean people and you make sure they're toileted right and you make sure they're fed and they take their medicine, meaning when the nurse takes their medicine that you're watching them take the medicine, not just, oh. And it is still called administrating if you are handed the medication and you're not a QMA or a nurse, and you just give it to a CNA and tell them to give it to them. It's still administration, and we can still lose our license. That is the law. But nobody wants to talk about that. Everybody wants to sit here and lie and be hunky-dory and stuff like that. It does not work that way. If you want people to respect you, you have got to do things by protocol. Ain't nobody got time to be sitting there losing their license for stuff that nurses do not want to do. I am so sorry. But that is for another episode on SMS News Channel, and I will be back probably tomorrow or Monday, because I'm in the process, again, like I said, I'm in the process of moving. So you guys have a blessed morning, and this has been another episode of SMS News Channel. Bye.